course, you already know what's in it. More LEDs. More RGBs. Things hefty. Let's open it up. Wonderfully packaged in orange tape. 100% orange tape. So we got 12 packages or spools of 12 volt green color RGBs, black PCB, 300 blah blah blah, lots and lots of LEDs. So what are these for? Well, I am going to retire my 24 volt green color RGBs on my Balsam Hill Christmas tree and put brand new 12 volt RGBs. Why? Because the 24 volt is not as vivid, probably because they're older, than the 12 volt that I got on my smaller live tree. And on top of that, I got a couple of sections on the very bottom where I plug in that I've had to splice and fix a couple of times. And I got a couple of little areas that are, some of the LEDs are getting tired and they're stuck on a certain color. But for me, the deciding factor was when I looked at the big one and then I looked at the little one. I'm like, I like the little one better because the color is more vivid. So, being that this is 24 volt, and I'm going to have, I don't know how many spools, but I think I got at least 40 meters on the tree now. So I should have enough with extra for expansion even on the smaller tree. So I'm going to have to do some changes. One, I got to get another heavy duty 12 volt power supply like I got on my little tree, and I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to string these, because unfortunately, being 12 volts, you can only get 10 meters of continuous voltage going through the spool or strip end to end before you get the voltage fade. And I noticed that with my smaller tree, that every second, so every third one, you had to inject power. So with these little guys, you can plug them end to end with these little connectors, and then you can see you get two little pigtails. That's for injecting power, because unfortunately, being 12 volts, the voltage only goes so far before it goes voltage drop. Where the 24 volt, I got about 35 meters before you would notice the noticeable voltage drop. But after 35, I added another 5, and I injected power on each end, so it's consistently bright from top to bottom. So, in other notes, I did elect to get the black PCB, which looks really awesome on a green tree because it just disappears. You don't see it, unlike the white, where you see it spiraling up and down the tree in the daytime. Now that's a big deal because the tree's not lit in the daytime anyway, because you can't see the LEDs in the daytime anyway. Even incandescent, you're like, is it on? I don't know. So it's a nighttime thing. So there's nothing much else to go over here. We'll plug in a little generic controller here, and we'll power this up and see what it looks like. So it looks like I got power here. Pretty. Of course, you all know what RGBs look like. Turn some lights off. Turn this one down. There we go. Oh, yeah. I don't know what it looks like to you on camera, but it's vivid. Probably the camera is making it wash out. Of course, you know, if you've seen RGBs, you know all the little gamers, they got them all looped around their ceiling line and stuff like that. But I don't do that kind because I don't have the room, and you can't see it anyway. Not in my particular spot. This little controller's got pretty good modes in it. I'm quite impressed. But it's only limited to what they program it in. I think you still can see that. That's a nice one. Classic rainbow. Yeah. So, in other words, before I close this up for the video here, when I did buy these are completely IP67 waterproof. So, other than the connectors, which you'll have to kind of weatherproof a little bit, maybe wrap them up in tape or something like that, or put some dielectric grease or silicone paste in the connectors so that the water and the tin metal don't corrode and crap out your display in mid-season, and you got to go troubleshoot. But the RGBs themselves, they're in a plastic silicone tube to be out in the weather. So they're meant to be out in the weather, but they are not meant to be underwater. So they can take the wind and the snow and the rain and the hail and the sleet and the freezing rain, and they'll continue to shine bright. So not much else to say on this particular video and particular item here I'm showing off. Just a little rehab for the Christmas tree. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.